Hello guys, I feel I need to make a bit of video. We've had trouble with our meter. Our provider is Eon. I don't know who you're with, but a couple of weeks ago, voice goes up. We've always got £180, I think it was, on the card. The voice goes up and puts another £25 on for this week. Puts it in the next day, the meter's used, in the first week, it used £100, which is ridiculous. She gets on to them, rears up on them. They turn around and say, we're sending you out another card. Obviously, the card's been entered wrong. So they put £200 on another card, sends her another card out. She puts the card in overnight from 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock when she put it in, through 12 o'clock till 7 in the morning. It's used £10. So we got to call Eon again now. Now this is going a bit far now. I told her to keep a record of it all because I ain't got a clue what's going on, only what she's telling me. But today, after she brought them up to scratch, I took over. So this is the sort of crap we get from Eon. Nearly 8 years of age, I'm 74 this year, and the voice is a pensioner, and this is the sort of grief we get off of Eon. People sat behind a desk, and all they know is protocol, until it all goes wrong. Anyway, watch the video and understand the crap we've had to put up with.
Would you also mind confirming to me what we supply to the property as well, please?
Pardon?
Would you also mind confirming what we supply to the property as well, please?
Yeah. Eon. Gas.
Yeah, so is it gas, electric or both?
No, both.
No worries at all, madam, that's absolutely fine. Right, okay, I can see that I'd asked you to do a burns test. So obviously the previous amount was £159.20. Sorry, it was £159.22. And I just wanted to confirm, do you have the new amount?
Hang on, what did he say?
Have you got the new amount?
Right, yeah, now I'll take over, mate, because since you was talking to her this morning, I've come back off holiday. Your woman, whoever it was you spoke to this morning, you there, are you?
It was in.
Oh, it was you. Listen, you told her to come in here and turn this system full on and leave it running for an hour so you could get a reading. Thank God I come in after she had it running for 5 minutes, full blast. And in that 5 minutes, if we left it going like that, it would have used £207 in a day. In a week, sorry. So, that test you was telling her to do is totally null and void. I did run it for the hour though, and then I run it for another hour, and the fire has not come on its normal setting. But all that's been burning in this house in the last 2 hours is the pilot light. Now, do you want to know how much that pilot light burned in the last hour?
Yes, sir, if you could let me know what that is.
Yeah, £10.32. Now, you're asking her to do tests with a meter that is believed to be dicky. Does that make common sense or not?
So the reason why we've asked her to do the test, sir, is
yeah, I know. The meter is naff. We need somebody out here. Oh, before I go on again, can I tell you this call is being recorded? Because this has gone on for days now. It's a joke.
Right. Okay. So first things first. All calls are recorded on our end for training.
That's okay. That's
So I wouldn't consent to you recording me on your phone.
That's okay.
We have our calls all recorded on here.
Yeah, that's right.
Secondly, what I can do for you is obviously I'll just explain to you why we asked to do the burns test, and then obviously I'll be able to take a look and see what we can do for you further. So the reason would have been to see obviously if it would have used a large amount of gas on the system, then what we would have done obviously is if it was a faulty meter, then essentially we would have refunded the money that would have been used because it's a faulty meter essentially, and at that point then we would have come out into the property and taken a look to see what we could do. So what appliance did you say was used, and then it's used £10.32, sorry.
Listen,
confirm to me the name of the...
Just listen, right, and so Jess, you told her to turn our fire system full on. She did. She turned the thermostat full up and the boiler started burning. The boiler started burning flat out like it does, but it doesn't burn like that all day. It burns like that for about 10 minutes in a day. But in that 5 minutes, the thing burnt. I just told you how much it burnt in that 5 minutes. And over an hour, it would have burnt £12 off. In a day, it would have burnt £207. The meter is obviously wrong. There is nothing else. Since I done that test, I ran the test for another hour, and I got the readings here if you want them. And it works out that just the pilot light, because that's all that is running in this house at the moment, it still ain't kicked in now because it's red hot today, I don't know if you noticed. And that pilot light burnt How much did I tell you? I just told you just now.
£10.
£10.32.
In an hour. A pilot light in 2 hours? No, there's something wrong. We need the meter tested. So it's that simple.
You just bear with me one moment. What I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to pop you on hold and find out if that's a possibility for you.
It is impossible. I've been in the gas business all my life. My mates are in it. So I can't talk.
You can't get no sense out of him.
No, I know. He ain't got a clue what he's on about. And I'm getting fed up with it because he was going to work out how much you was burning, and then just that how much you was in a week. He would have been charging 200. I'm fucking sick of it. All this is being recorded, not the fact that he's on hold, but we're getting fed up with it. At our age, we can't afford this sort of shit. Yeah, he's saying that if we'd have left that test go in, we would have just burnt £12 of gas. And there's no way we have just burnt 12, but you would have been paying for it. Because we have just burnt 12 of gas. That's what I'm saying, but he would have had you paying for it.
Thank you for holding there. Really sorry about the wait.
Okay.
So I've just spoken. I'm just trying to see what we can do for you today. It looks like we will be able to get someone out to the property for you. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to book it in as a standard load test. So basically, someone will come out to the property to physically test the meter, and then when that happens, and obviously if it's showing us faulty and everything like that, they'll fix it for you on that day. So in order for us to book out this appointment, however, there is a cost. So the cost of the appointment
we're not. If the fault is our end, we'll pay a bill. If not, we're not paying nothing. You do the system for us. It's down to you.
So I'm really sorry about that, but unfortunately I wouldn't be able to book in the appointment until we've done the payment first. So we would need to take the £100.93 first, and then we
Listen, I hope you realise this is being recorded, but I did tell you it's being recorded, so it can be used in court. Because that's going to be the next move. There is no way we're paying you £100 to come out and check a system that is your system.
Okay, so first things first in relation to the recording. All calls are recorded for training and monitoring purposes.
I know that,
as I said,
and I haven't done nothing.
It's recorded on our end, so any sort of recording that will be recorded by yourself, I wouldn't consent to that. So secondly, in relation to the appointment, we can book out a off-mat/standard loads test for you, but it costs £100.93. So that would be the only appointment I could really offer for you.
Listen, if the meter is faulty, it's your fault. If you come out here and you say there's nothing wrong with the meter, then we'll pay it. But we know the meter's naff. Common sense tells us it's naff. We are not going to pay you £100 to be with you. Now listen, this is my end story. You either coming out and sorting this meter out, and we take it from there, or I'm taking this further. And
okay, so
as I say, it's on record. I've told you it's on record, so I can use this in court. I can use it anywhere I want. Now, I've been in the gas business all my life.
I wouldn't consent to the recording, so you wouldn't be able to use that recording. All calls are recorded.
Yes, I can use it. Don't worry, I know all about that.
If you would like to use our recording for anything, you're more than welcome to do so. However, obviously, as I say, if in terms of an appointment for you, you are more than welcome to have a standard loads test, but it would cost £100.93.
No, we want it tested. Either that or this system sat as it is now. What more do you want to do? I want somebody out here checking this house.
Unfortunately, all I could really offer you today would be the standard loads test, which is where somebody comes out to the property.
Well, we're not worried about today. We just want this. Listen, we want the system sorted. There's no immediate rush. There's enough money on it to keep us going for tonight, whether it's burning the right amount or the wrong amount. But we want it sorted. It's your problem, not ours.
Okay,
Do you get that?
What I'm going to do for you is I'm just going to pop you on hold one more time while I take a look and see if there's anything else I can do for you today. However, I believe that the likelihood is I think that the only option we could really go for would be the standard load test. So just
listen, I'm not worried about your standard load test for £100. I want the meters sorted. It's your problem from your end. We don't need to go paying you £100 every time you come out with your system packed up. That's like calling my mechanic out and I got to pay him because his car's packed up.
Okay, so just bear me one moment and I'll take a look and see what I can do for you.
Fucking £100. It's fucking stupidity. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, £100.
I'm sure they can't come out and test it. I'm sure that meter got to go into the factory.
Hello there, sir. Thank you for holding there. Sorry about the wait.
By the way, I just told you about that load test I just done, didn't I? £10.32 a day on a pilot light. So let's take it from there, carry on.
Right, okay, sir. So basically, as I said, I've tried to see if there's anything else that we can go for today, but unfortunately, all I'm available to offer you is the standard loads test.
You don't want a load test? Listen, I just told you I've just done a load test. I would have just a pilot light burning. We would have been burning £10.32 a day. So we don't want a load test. We want the meter changing. So you can do it at your own time.
Unfortunately, that would be all I could really offer you today. I'm really sorry.
I'm not on. Listen, I'm not. Listen, get it in your head. We're not worried about today. The meter needs changing. Book someone in to come and change it.
All we can do for you, sir, today would be a standard loads test. So
listen, what is up with you, mate? I talk about intelligence. I've just told you the thing is burning. It will be £10.32 a day for just a pilot light. If that don't tell you the meter's naff, you tell me. We don't want another stupid load test to tell you the meter's knackered. We want you to arrange for someone to come here and change the meter. End of. You're making me ill, mate. Listen, I can't take much more. My wife's been at it with you for days and days. The meter is naff.
I completely understand where you're coming from, sir, and I do apologise that you feel that is the case, but unfortunately we cannot book out anything else unless we did a standard load test first.
But we're not paying you. We're not paying you £100 for a load test.
So what would happen, sir, is if the meter was faulty and we did need to change it on the day, you would be refunded the £100.93.
Well, listen, the meter is 40. Can you get it in your head? The meter is 40. It needs changing.
And I understand.
So what
but it's a case that this is the only appointment that we can really book out for you today. And as I said, if the meter is faulty when we get to the property and it needs changing, and we do complete that for you,
listen,
we will refund you the £100.93.
Listen, you're just a wally sat on a bench, don't know nothing, and you want to send somebody out. So, you want to send somebody out wasting time and money for your firm or us to do a test that we know the meter's already naff. What do you think I am, stupid?
So first things first, I don't really appreciate you speaking to me like that.
Listen, I talk loud, I'm just like that. I haven't said nothing abusive to you yet, I'm just talking loud, but I can't help it, you're winding me up, mate. What can you do for me today? All I can do for you today, we're not worried about today, the meter is naff. So you want to do a load test to tell me the meter is naff, something we already know.
Okay, so as I said to you multiple times now, all I can really do for you today would be to offer you a standard loads test. If you are looking to get that, I can sort that out for you today. And then obviously, if the meter is faulty, we can fix it for you on the day when we go out to the property.
Listen,
and also,
listen.
We can refund you the £100.93.
Listen, me and you have got as far as we're going to get because you won't listen to common sense. I'm going to put you back to my missus. And it's down to her if she wants to give you £100 that she might never get back, even though we know the meter's naff, and you might send a bloke out now to put it right and then say there's nothing wrong with it. No, I'll put you back on to her and you deal with it and I'll take it to the solicitors after. I'd be on to it now, I've got both phones going. Right, get on with it.
What's her to get on with?
Do you want to pay £100? He reckons you'll get it back, but I doubt it very much.
Well...
Talk to him then.
Hello?
Hello there, madam. So I have just spoken to your husband in relation to the query on the account. Basically, all we're able to offer today in order to get this resolved would be a standard load test. But basically, if we come out to
tell him you've been sat here listening.
If the meter is faulty, then what we'll do is we'll fix it for you on the day and get everything resolved for you. But there is a cost of £100.93 for the appointment.
Basically,
if the meter is faulty when we go out and we do end up fixing it for you, then what will happen is we'll refund you the £100.93. But I can't book in the appointment until that payment is made first.
Well, I'll have to pay it then. So once it resolved.
Okay. I understand that completely, madam. And as I said, we certainly can go out to the property and try and take care of this for you today. But it is a case of that. We are gonna need to do the payment first, and then obviously we can book that in for you. So if that is something that you are looking to do, I can do that with you today. If that's something that you want to do.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, not to worry. So what we'll do then is obviously we'll just take the payment just before we begin, and I can book in the appointment for you. No worries at all. So let me just load this here for you.
Oh, I can.
What?
I've got no bank card.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I ain't paying it. Tell him.
I can't do it today because, oh, hang on. Oh, I'm sorry, my credit card.
You've got a
I'm
credit.
waiting for a debit card to come.
Somebody ripped her off.
Hello? Hello? Oh!
Now mysteriously the phone's gone dead.
Oh no, it's still running.
In fact, if I'm going to pay him with my card, because don't get the £100 back, there's nobody having me over.
Try that one.
Any card will do, dear, as long as you pay it and put it back in your other account. He's gone now, he's hung up. Okay, at this point, we've had 10 minutes or 5 minutes still here waiting, and
God, man.
the phone's gone dead. The
reckon
wife
they'll
was
bring
going to
me
pay him on the
back.
card, and then suddenly she realised because her card, somebody fiddled her card the other week, or the other day, she's waiting for a new card to come, so she didn't have a card to pay him. But she's just realised now she can pay him with the other card and replace the
Well,
money.
it's a credit card. Not a fucking debit.
Yeah, will that cover £100?
Oh yeah, it should.
Please note that all calls are recorded
Okay, now we've,
for training purposes. To learn more about the great things you can do online,
because it went dead, we got to ring him back. The wife decided she's going to pay him with another credit card, which should cover the £100. So I'll stop the recording until we get programmed.
and that can mean longer waiting times on the phone. If you're struggling to pay and would like some tailored advice and support, visit end.7.
I was speaking to a gentleman just now and the phone went dead.
Yeah.
Because I got to pay £100 for somebody to come out and test my meter.
Oh yeah, no worries. We can see that now. What's the postcode? Thank you. Okay. And the first line of address? Okay, no worries. I can actually see on the account the notes. It seems like the call got disconnected and they tried to call you back, but I'm guessing that maybe you were calling us back, but they left the notes. So it says here that you wanted to make a payment for £100 and 93 pence and book a standard load test, right?
Yeah.
We didn't want to, we got to.
Well, we didn't want to, but we got to.
Oh, okay.
We know the meters now.
Sorry?
We know the meter's already duff, but they would still want to come out and test it.
Okay, no worries.
Just now.
It's a credit card because I couldn't use a debit card because I'm waiting for a bank card to come.
No worries, you can use that too. Okay, sorry, just loading. Okay. Okay, what's the long number on the card? Thank you, I'm requesting the payment now. Okay.
Didn't put that. We're still on hold. She's gone away now to look and see when she can book us in for a load test to have this meter tested. The bloke was saying he's going to have it done today, but now it doesn't work like that no more.
Hello?
Hello, I'm really sorry for the delay. I was just going through your account, and actually we cannot book an appointment today. It will have to be a normal appointment. So it will take about 15 days.
15 days?
Piss off!
Somebody told me they'd come out today.
He kept on, how many times I reared up on him for saying that he'd be out today?
I can double check if you want. I can hear the recordings to see if they said today, but...
He did, it's a gentleman.
Listen, can I speak to you a minute? I was speaking to him, but I had to get off because he was winding me up. He kept on over and over. Let me tell you, by the way, we told him we was recording the call and we're still recording now.
Yeah.
He kept on over and over about what he could do for us today. And in the end, I lost my temper. And I said to him, don't keep telling me what you can do today. We're not paying it. In the end, we agreed to pay the £100. But now you're saying you can't do it today? Yeah, go and check again, love, will you please?
So it has to be a normal appointment?
No, listen, we are... Our meter is burning £30 a day. Is something wrong? Our money's going to run out. We are pensioners. I'm nearly 80 years of it. I can't sit here in the cold, freezing to death.
I know, I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
so
but
what we can do is, once you book the appointment, if there's actually something wrong with the meter, we will refund the amount that you paid now, and for now we will also give you £40 as a gesture of goodwill. And I'm really sorry. It's just that we cannot book an emergency appointment in the same day if there's no.
Well, that's what the gentleman told me.
Sorry?
That was what the gentleman told me. He said, we'll send somebody out today. You paid £100 and he said, we'll send somebody out today.
Listen, lad, that's what I'm telling you. I actually reared up on him because he kept on saying it. He's on record saying it over and over and over. We'll be out today, and he got at me nose in the end.
I can double check if you want.
Yeah, please, we need him out now. We can't sit here freezing to death. The card's going to run out of money.
I know. I will issue now £40 as a gesture of goodwill. If you want, I will issue it right now. It will be ready in 3 hours. And I will also listen to the call to see if they say today, because we cannot book it today. We cannot book it.
Well, guys, since we hung up talking to the gas people, I've just been out and took a reading off the meter, and all that's burning in the house at the moment is the pilot light on the back of the boiler, because we don't got nothing else on gas. And that pilot light in the last 3 hours has burnt 8 cubic meters of gas. That's on the gas reading side of the things. So 8 cubic meters of gas. How much is it a cubic meter? Anyway, the system now, they reckon they're coming out to sort it out. They're going to come out. I can see them telling us there's nothing wrong with the meter. There's probably a problem with the card. They put the card right, and we'll end up not getting our £100 back. But I am not right. I've explained to the wife, I'm not paying the £100. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening. If you're really on, I suggest you change, because what we are going to do at the first possible opportunity we get. So over and out, guys. Thanks for watching.